Hi guys, I'm Nick Bester and welcome back to my channel. So, motivational levels can go like this and like this and like this. They're just like one giant roller coaster. Often you start the year very motivated and then you go through phases where motivation levels are low. And it's all good and well to hear that you need to be consistent. Results come with consistency. One thing that helps you be consistent is motivation. And what I've found over the years is that motivation is a hard thing to control. You can't just force yourself to be motivated week in and week out. However, with good motivation helps you be consistent, and with good consistency, like I said, comes results. So here are some of my top tips in order to remain motivated, not just for today, not just for tomorrow, but sustained throughout the year as your training progresses. Here they are, let's go. Tip numero uno, enter a race. If you're thinking about entering a race, trust me, do it. If it scares you, still do it. I promise you, races can be scary. No matter how many times you've done a race, I've done thousands in my life, and I still get those pre-race jitters, those pre-race nerves before, and it's incredible. And often that can be the difference of getting out the door for your run or not. So you don't need to smash a PB in every race, and not every race needs to be a target race. However, pick and choose your target races, build progressively towards those, plan to peak for those, but scatter races throughout your year in your training calendar. And I find nothing more motivational than if I'm doubting whether I should go for my session and I realize, hang on, I've got a race in about 3 weeks time. Whatever I put in now, the magic is made in training for race day, will help me on the day. It often gets you out the door. So enter that race, plan your year accordingly, and make sure they're scattered throughout the year. Remember, target races, you don't have to smash everyone. Have those out of season races just to keep you motivated at the end of the day. Tip number 2, join a running club or a running community. It makes such a big difference. I'm sure you've heard the term teamwork makes the dream work, and especially on those harder session days like your track or interval Tuesdays or tempo heel Thursdays or your longer weekend runs, it helps having people to do those with. It takes your mind off time and distance. Often when you do a lot of running by yourself, and sometimes it's good to run by yourself and, you know, mentally release and just get into your own world, but other times to join others, it makes time go so much quicker. So like I said, sometimes when you run by yourself, you thinking about time consistently, and you know, it's always there, and it makes the run feel so much longer. Whereas if you engage in a conversation, forget about it for a while, often the run tends to go by so much quicker. So try and find a running group or community near you. There's always runners, I'm sure they are close to you all over the world. If you're struggling to find a good group that suits you, I started Best Athletics and we would love to have you. Such good vibes, and yeah, the community is just growing. And I find that the community holds you accountable for stuff as well. So I, unfortunately, because I can't do my sessions with people a lot of the time due to nursery drop-off and nursery collection with my 2 little ones, but I find that I never feel alone. When I do a session, there's a lot of people on the WhatsApp group or just my team out there doing a similar sort of session. And the fact that you're knowing you're not suffering alone makes a massive difference and often gets me through those sessions. So find a group, find a community, makes it a whole lot easier. Before I carry on, I would just like to thank the sponsor of this video, HVMN's Ketone-IQ. What a magical product this is. I realized when I went to South Africa for 6 weeks and I didn't take enough of a stash with me, I really felt fatigued and out of energy, and I do a lot of my training in the morning. Since being back, before I head out, when I'm still sort of half asleep, I have a shot of this, and it doesn't just give me a physical boost, it gives me a mental boost as well. And especially for those sessions when you need to tap into that mental reserve, I find that just this helps me get to those levels that I expect and demand from my body. So yeah, if you haven't tried it before, I highly recommend it. I'll include a discount code in the description below that'll give you 30% off your first purchase. Guys, give it a go and let me know what you think. Ketone-IQ, let's go. Okay, tip number 3, treat yourself to a new piece of kit. Nothing is more motivational than New Shoes Day, and us runners absolutely love merchandise. That's what I've come to realize over the years. And you know what? If you end up sacrificing in a little bit in other areas of your life in order to get yourself new running kits or new merchandise, then trust me, do it. It'll be worth it. We invest a lot of time and energy into our running and training. And like I said, nothing is better than New Shoes Day or New Kit Day. You just want to get out there and try it out. So I know when I got these for the first time, my Prime X Strung 2s, or even these, my Racing Pro 3s, as soon as I got them, I couldn't wait to get out the door for the next run. And I'm sure you're the same. So treat yourself to that new kit, you know, get little pieces along the way, and that helps you stay motivated throughout your running. Tip number 4, get yourself a running coach or follow some sort of structured plan. Coaches will hold you accountable. They'll give you a plan if you can get one. If you can afford one, I highly encourage it. Often runners see a lot of improvements with a running coach. However, if you want to just follow a training plan or a training guide, there's lots of low cost ones out there. There's even free ones out there. But basically that means you're coming up with a plan, and you're approaching every single week with a purpose. You're not just running seamlessly. When you run seamlessly and doing the same route day in and day out at the same sort of pace, it can get a little bit monotonous. Whereas if you know you got an easy run today and a hard session the next day, easy run and an intermediate session, the variety just helps to change it up. It keeps things exciting, and once again helps you stay motivated throughout your training. Add that variety, keep it exciting. Don't do the same monotonous stuff week in, week out. We want that exciting training, but you want to be consistent, so you can monotonously do that exciting stuff consistently. However, add in variety, change things up to keep it nice and fresh and make sure you're staying productive and moving forward. Okay, tip number 5, quite an important tip here. Surround yourself by those who bring out the best in you, okay? So often you come across runners, we're all competitive, we all have a bit of competition within us, and it's good, but you get a few runners out there that want to maybe just beat you or don't bring out the best in you, and then you get those runners that are genuinely happy for you, those ones that want to see you do well in a race, that really get happy when you tell them, I smashed my PB, that really are happy to see you do well, that support you, and vice versa, you should support them too. Surround yourself by those good friends that bring out the best in you, because ultimately they encourage you to be your best, they encourage you to get out there, they encourage you to push harder. You want to do it for yourself, but you want them to basically see, you want to congratulate them when they do well, and it can just cause an awesome synergy between you, those who inspire you, those who motivate you, and your friends. And it's just one continuous synergy, and it can be extremely powerful. So surround yourself by those good friends and people that bring out the best in you. And finally, tip number 6, follow someone or other people that inspire you on Strava. So you know how the saying goes, if your run doesn't go on Strava, then it doesn't count. At this day and age, we pretty much, everyone who does exercises and running is on Strava. And back in the day, a lot of elites used to hide their training, but now a lot of people just showcase their training. So whether it's someone who's in the elite field, in the sub-elite field, whether it's someone who's a little bit quicker than you, someone a little bit slower than you, if you find their training inspiring or intriguing, then I highly recommend that you follow them, because often you can see your mates, your healthy competition, getting out there, doing their sessions and thinking, I've got to get my butt out the door and I've got to do my session. And in my case, often I follow what the world's best are doing, and I think, wow, if they're able to do that, maybe I can handle a smaller portion of that. It's very interesting to see some of the new double threshold sessions, that sort of stuff that people are coming up with. And I just find it extremely motivating. I try and incorporate it into my own training. And once again, it gets me out the door. So follow those that inspire you, have a look at what they're doing, and use that in order to inspire you to get out the door. Those are my top tips to remain motivated, guys. Even having watched this, I'm sure you can think that you'll be motivated for a large period. However, it does come and go. Just remember to keep showing up, keep showing up. It's easy to run and show up when you're motivated. When the motivational levels are low and you're showing up and you're doing it, that's when the magic is made, because that often differentiates you to others out there. Trust me, you never, ever, ever regret going for the run. Your mind might play tricks with you and say, have a rest day, take it easy, don't go out, but you never regret getting out there and getting a run done. So onwards and upwards, motivation levels high, consistently high, train smart. Let's have a boom shakalaka of a year. Let's go.
You're 21 and you never had this feeling. Shake your pulse, it's not the answer, just keep breathing.